Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. It is time for the show. It is time for... Hang tight here, Josh. I want to check something out. Josh, while I'm checking something out, show everybody how they can contact. There you go. 706-889-9700. Right there. You can contact the show. And also... email address, social media way to find us. A couple things here. It is Thursday morning, 56 degrees in LJ, Georgia, high atop of the FYN corporate offices, 14th floor. I got to remember what floor I'm on because there's people out there who say sometimes you're on the 9th floor, 14th floor, but anyhow.
We have a mobile studio.
There you go. We just up and down the elevator. Hit my coffee. So are you shocked Jim Beck has been indicted? Are you? Let me show you something, and then we're going to get right past that. We got a lot to do. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Josh, bring me up. Where's it at here? There it is, number 16. That should be it. Bring up number 2, if you can get that one. Whenever you get that one, bring it up. Jim Beck, our Georgia State Insurance Commissioner, has been indicted on a couple charges. Let's see, 14, 12, that's what, 26. Okay, now that picture right there, folks, over there at the table would be your host, BKP, right there. That would be yours truly. The first one on the far left would be your indicted, FBI indicted 30-some counts, Jim Beck. In the middle would be Jay Florence. I think his name was Florence. He was a candidate for insurance commissioner, and on the far right, Tracy Jordan, the other candidate. I, your host, the only one in the state of Georgia that moderated a debate between all the candidates for Georgia State Insurance Commissioner. You know what? It's down ballot. Everybody was all worried about, Brian Kemp and Stacey Abrams or Brian Kemp in the primaries. This is the Republican primary. I get it, okay? This was the down ballot race people were not paying attention to. We'll talk about it a little later. Today is Thursday, meaning it's time for, we're going to have Carla's Corner today. Now, Josh, Carla has, we have last week of school here, so Carla has awards day at the grade school. One of the grade schools or the middle school the daughter goes to. I like that. I like this so I can fix my hair. But one of the middle school, grade school where the daughter goes to is awards morning. So as soon as that's complete, Carla will rush right on over. So it might be 8:45, but Carla will be here this morning. At 10 o'clock on Thursdays, what do we have, Josh? We have the Freedom Zone, right? You got the graphic there for that. It's Candace. The Freedom Zone is at 10 o'clock every Thursday morning. And right after this show here, I'm stalling all I can. Do you have that? There it is. Oh, let me look up there. Okay. Freedom Zone with Candace, the truth set free. There's the ways you can contact Candace throughout the week. You got her at FYNTV Candace, at FYNTV. They're on Twitter, Instagram, and that's her FYNTV Candace at gmail.com. Email address. That's all the ways you can contact her throughout the week. If you like, send her a message, follow her show, or maybe there's some stories you would like for Candace to follow. So there you go, the Freedom Zone with Candace. That'll be at 10 o'clock this morning. Let's see, today is Thursday, so did you get the new graphic for Sycamore Crossing, or are you waiting for the new one? Okay. Tomorrow morning, we are going to it's our first spring outside show in Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. And we'll be there in the morning. We'll have Ask the Doc, and then we'll have the All-Star Political Panel. Senior Living, North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton, and our Pet of the Week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. So that's tomorrow. We got a lot going on. Last night I was over in Murphy, North Carolina. One more thing, we're going to get there. I was over in Murphy, North Carolina. Oh, another thing. Gosh, Josh, what all do we have happening? Now, there's another story coming out, okay? Another story is coming out. And let me pull this up here this weekend. In fact, later today, Robin Webb. Robin and I have been working. She is the writer on this, and she's been leading the way and writing these stories and doing the investigation. And Robin and I have countless hours together. I was up in Hiawassee yesterday with a meeting. Robin and I in a meeting concerning the Terry Silvers. The death of Terry Silvers, remember, he died in a car crash over in North Carolina, but he actually had an accident the night before, and it's been said that possibly he should have been pulled off the road. We played the 911 call. If you go to fetchyournews.com, and you go to Towns County, all right, Towns County, and click on news. And Josh, a little later today, I'm going to do that again, but I want to do it live like we did that one day, okay, so I can show everybody where to go. And I'll let you know ahead of time, but we'll show you how to get there. You will find all the stories. Well, yesterday, 11 Alive, Brandon Keefe, 11 Alive Investigates. Now, they have been working on a story there following our reporting, and I'm proud to say Brandon Keefe, lead investigator at 11 Alive in Atlanta. Reporter Robin Webb at FetchYourNews.com broke the story in March. We've been investigating since then. The Towns County Sheriff Office blew at least 3 chances to possibly prevent a fatal crash, all involving the same deputy. Why? Our story Tuesday on at 11 on 11 Alive. So they're running a story Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, and the following Sunday. They're doing an in-depth report where they'll be highlighting the news that we broke here. So we've got another story on this coming up. And again, if you want to get into it, start reading what's going on, that's fetchyournews.com, Towns County, and click on news and just keep going back there. All right, so here we go. I guess it's time for the show. Wait a minute, one more thing. I promise, just one more thing, all right? Promise. Over in Murphy last night, that's Murphy, North Carolina, and excuse me, slurping on my coffee, if you get a chance, go check it out. The NC Sports Report. We started a sports show over there probably about 3-4 weeks ago. It's coming along. Jake West Jake West and myself last night, 30-minute sports show. Okay, and that was last night. You can find it on Team FYN Sports Facebook page, our regular Facebook page. That's the NC Sports Report from Circuit World in Murphy last night for 30 minutes. We talk about all the Bulldog sports, and we're growing the Western North Carolina Sports Department and our reporting department. Okay, now moving right along. Okay, now we're going to get into just a moment. We'll get into Jim Beck, okay? And the interesting thing is I put this up yesterday, and we'll talk about the Republican Party, the Georgia Republican Party in just a little bit. They're going to be down in Savannah, all right? I do not cover it now. AJC, other news cycles, news companies, and newspapers and TV. There's some people, they're going to be down there covering the Georgia GOP convention down in Savannah. They're going to be looking to come away with some controversy. The Atlanta papers and the news cycle there will run down to Savannah this weekend and try to find some people, some Republican delegates, those are the people, Republican delegates down there, to make any comment they can possibly make. And the controversy between candidate Scott Johnson, which was endorsed or has been endorsed by Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan, he came out with major attacks yesterday concerning Jim Beck, the insurance commissioner, and tried to tie David Schaefer to Jim Beck. And I mean, I don't remember, and this is why I told you, Jeff Duncan, all right, it's okay when I say nasty, it's okay to really have a brawl, okay, have a brawl over, a position when you're running. It's okay to bump some heads. It's okay to go back and forth. But what I have seen out of Jeff Duncan, the lieutenant governor, while he was running for the lieutenant governor, and now with his support of Scott Johnson, somebody's pulling these strings in Georgia for the GOP chair. You do not want these nasty people running the party. You don't. Now, you might say, well, we need people with those kind of guts to go after the Democrats this fall. You know, I get it, but you don't want those people in charge of your party. Scott Johnson, I'm sorry, you may be a very nice guy, but somebody's pulling your strings, and you don't want Jeff Duncan, Scott Johnson, and then number 5, you don't want Super Derek, okay? Now, Super Derek, that's Super Derek Summers, all right? He got his cape out of the closet, and he's Super Derek, former FBI. I think he's a little bit stuck on himself. I really do. Just saying. I think he's a little stuck on himself. I think he's very proud of himself. I think he's proud of what he's doing. I think he's proud. I think he enjoys the uninformed. Now, Derek walks in. I could do this, okay? And it looks serious. Derek walks in with a stack of papers this high. He takes a legal, okay? He takes a law office that has been in practice for years, and he runs over to these counties, and he prints out anything and everything it has to do with every case that's ever been run through this law office, and he comes in with reams of paper that are stacked up with legislative leave and this letter and that letter and null pros where the judge just signed off, can't prosecute a case. And it looks impressive. Super Derek looks impressive, okay? And I get it. I know where he's going. But like I said yesterday, okay, so Super Derek's going to swoop in. He's already put a post up. I'm going to the state convention. I've never been there. I don't know what to expect. Bull crap. You don't know what to expect. You know, I really wish that people would expose maybe possibly, damn attorney standing by, waiting to sue my ass any minute, but possibly some of the private meetings that may be taking place between Super Derek and some other people in the Republican Party. Moving right along, the hell with Super Derek. Let's get to this, okay? Now, as far as the election 2020, it's over. Just saying. I mean, move along. There's nothing to see. Go back to work. Don't even cast a vote. It's over. So for you Democrats out there that had hope of ending calflatulation, is that what it's called, whatever the hell, with the Green New Deal, it's over. Okay? Number 4, Ipso Reuters. Joe is up another 5. He's at 29. Bernie is at 13. Kamala Harris is at 6. Beto's at 6. Francis. Mayor Pete Alfred is at 4. And the black guy, Booker, is at 2. I mean, I don't even know why Bernie, and I don't know why you would even get up today. There's 2 things I have brought up, and I'm going to say it one more time. Bernie Sanders does not care how corrupt the Democrat National Committee, how corrupt they are. He does not care. Obviously, Bernie Sanders knows that one more presidential run is good for one more book. It's good for campaign finance fund with some money in it. It's good for another, this socialist, he knows this is good for another couple $1 million, and he could probably get his wife out of all the trouble. They're probably in up there in Burlington, Vermont, and he can clean up some old debts, and he can go home and say, I tried. That's why I really feel that Bernie's not serious, or he'll call out. Watch the first debate. If he does not call out the corruption of the frontrunner. Democrats, let me just say this. We understand as Republicans, okay, because you're out there way in left field, but we understand as Republicans the corruption of a party that continues to tell you who your candidate will be, why you like your candidate, and why you will pretend your candidate is the one that represents the values of your party that you want to get elected. We understand that, okay? We did something about it. On the Republican side, we did something about it. And he's president today. So I'm not telling you that your candidate can be president, because I don't think anybody's going to beat Donald J. Trump, but I will let you know we did something about it. Maybe you need to do something about it, and maybe they will. Maybe the Democrat voters will put a stop to this. Watch what happens. Now, that being said, I want to get to, oh, by the way, number 8, the Attorney General. Yesterday, the understanding is he approached, now I guess if I have this right, he approached, okay, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and said in a very loud, a bystander is reporting this. And I actually believe this because you got your sources and you got your breaking news in the New York Times, and you have all these sources that will not reveal a name. But this is just a bystander that's at the event, and says Barr, very firm and loud, said to, enough where people could hear it, said to the Speaker of the House, "Did you bring your handcuffs?" He's in contempt. Attorney General Barr ribs Pelosi about contempt finding. Did you bring your handcuffs? I love it. All right. Now, a lot that we got going on today that we want to talk about, and let me get this. Oh, by the way, give the Ohio Hitler pose there, number 3. Kirsten Gillibrand, she is one of the 92 Democrat candidates there, number 3. She will be in Atlanta to talk about women's issues concerning abortion. Now, I understand from the President of the United States, Kirsten Gillibrand, she'll do about anything she has to for a campaign donation. I didn't say that, the President did. And then let's go to, all right, this was the 6 o'clock hour, and it was a 30-minute block. This was a full 30 minutes, and they're working on it. Now, obviously, now you know. I'm trying to look for the words because I don't want to be mean, but if you turn on MSNBC and you do not see that Joe Biden is getting ready to do his first campaign event, okay, rally in Philadelphia, and we'll talk about this after the break, and that they're in the works now in Philadelphia, creating a campaign event that will not be embarrassing, okay? And that in doing that, running up to the event, the media have to build up Biden in Pennsylvania. They're setting the stage, no pun intended, right, for Biden in Philadelphia. So it's over. I do not even know why Donald Trump will even plan any campaign appearances in Pennsylvania. There's no need because it's over. They did a 30-minute block this morning. Give me number 13 there. Okay. Pennsylvania 2020 general election. Joe Biden's at 53. Trump's at 42. Bernie beats the hell out of Trump. Warren even beats Trump. Alfred there, he's 45 within the margin of error. And you get down to, I mean, everybody's beating the hell out of Trump except for Francis. I do not even know why Trump will even attempt to go to Pennsylvania. And I want you to show you, because this is what the whole entire morning of the, and we're going to talk about abortion in Alabama. We're going to get to that this morning. I wanted to get to, I wanted to get to the two. There we go. I got it now. Give me number 7, okay? Biden trounces Trump in Pennsylvania. Just trounces him. Just kicks his ass. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a brief break. We're going to be right back. We're not done. Oh, Jim Beck's been indicted. Who knew that? Who knew that this guy, maybe I did. Maybe I knew. Maybe I came here and I said, hey, this Jim Beck guy. Maybe I did. Maybe I called the guy that goes on Facebook and endorses. I called this guy. He goes on Facebook and endorses everybody. They're going to be the next greatest president. They're going to be the next greatest this, the next greatest that, and on and on. And okay, I get it, right? And this individual has Jim Beck up to LJ, has a lunch, about 12 people to go and shake hands. And I called this guy up and I said, hey, I said nicely, I said, you're making a mistake with Jim Beck. Well, I've already endorsed him and blah. No, you're making a mistake with Jim Beck. You need to figure out who he is before you jump and put your name behind this guy. Oh, by the way, he's been indicted, 30-some charges, FBI, money laundering, fraud, the whole works. We'll talk about that. Oh, Governor Kemp told him to pack his damn bags and get out of the office. I wonder if he's packed his bags. Because Brian Kemp, the governor of Georgia, he wasted no time of telling that Beck, hey, you got to go, get out. We'll be back right after these messages. I'm your host, BKP.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Better days ahead. It's always Truck Month at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and that means maximum discounts no other dealer can touch, like over $11,000 off new Silverado crew cabs, or save over $5,500 off new Chevy Colorado. Nobody's got a selection like this, or bigger discounts than Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where it's Truck Month every hour, every day, every month, and where Chevy trucks cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ella, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh, show them how they can get in touch with the show. 706-889-9700 right here. Chief at FetcherNews.com, social media ways. Now, if you tune in normally Thursday mornings at this time for Carla's Corner, don't go away. Don't go away, okay? Carla will be here in just a minute. Do not leave. We will have Carla's Corner here in about 10 minutes. Yesterday, and this is a pretty deep, when I say pretty deep conversation, this is a deep conversation. The media is going nuts. Now, the Roe v. Wade, and I want to remind people of this, and I had it up here a minute ago, and I'm going to do it right now. There it is. Roe v. Wade is a 1973 law, okay, before the Supreme Court. If you'll do your research, not just yell, not just say my body, my choice. I mean, I'm just saying, if you'll do your research, Roe v. Wade it was a very poor case to make the decision to use for a decision on abortion in this country. Danny Savalas at MSNBC, which they cringe every time he says it, and other legal analysts will tell you, okay, that Roe v. Wade is established on very shaky ground. The foundation for this law is not strong. And since 1973, pro-life advocates have been trying to get back to the court with a case that would open up Roe v. Wade and overturn it based on the flimsy law. So every time you hear, and you're going to hear this, and we'll talk about it some more, but I just want you to stop and think, and don't yell at each other, okay? But every time you hear that this is woven in the fabric of this country, and it's settled law, you're going to hear settled law and woven in the fabric, okay? The reason it is woven in the fabric of this country, all right, and it's being called settled law, and all this is from the left that are selling you this, okay? Now, it's like a product. Just relax, okay? I'm taking the issue serious. But it's like a product you try to sell and brand. And over the years, you don't know why you use it. You don't know why it's there. You don't know what it really is applied to our day-to-day life, but it's just there. So it's just always been there. It's always been that way. And I say that, and I keep saying with respect, because I want to make sure none of my comments are in a disrespect to women, but the reality of the law. Now, the law was founded on, okay, the due process clause of the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution, providing fundamentally the right to privacy, okay? The right to privacy. So, if you look at Roe v. Wade, all right, and let's put up, yesterday we were talking, let's put up number 28, okay? This is Alabama, I think her name's Kay Ivey, governor, signs abortion restrictions into law. So the Alabama governor signed this Alabama abortion law into effect yesterday. It's going to be immediately challenged in the court. Now, another thing I want to bring up about abortion, since 1973, there has been several cases brought to the Supreme Court, but the justice, and let me, I don't want people to, you can attack me, you can write me an accurate description of how it works, but you have 9 justices on the Supreme Court, and every case gets assigned to one of the justices. And I mean, it's not that they are the chief justice of the court, but they're assigned the case because they all have to take cases, start breaking them down, and looking at them. So I use Sandra Day O'Connor as an example, and in Antonin Scalia's book, former Supreme Court Justice, he writes that the case between, I think it's Weber or Webster, it's either Webster or Weber, and the one in Pennsylvania where Casey versus Planned Parenthood, that he thought that one of those cases which Sandra Day O'Connor had the opportunity to open Roe v. Wade would push that door open. So when you have a case that challenges something, which is Alabama, Georgia's abortion law, it's up to the Supreme Court to say that challenge is enough to open a case back up and rule on it. And that is actually the hopes of these states, is to pass a law. So yesterday, the governor of Alabama, okay, number 22, and this is her statement, Governor Kay Ivey of Alabama. Now, this is Alabama enacts most restrictive abortion ban in the United States, does not take into consideration rape and incest. Now, I think it's pretty sad that the elite media, these jackasses in these newsrooms, are running story after story talking about Alabama in a very derogatory way, okay? And it's just not, it's not right, all right? These anchors in the newsroom that are better than everybody else in the world and elitist, okay, and the deep state media want to lead you to believe that, everybody in Alabama, I'm just going to say it, every 14-year-old girl in Alabama is sleeping with their uncle or their dad. And that's disgusting. But if you'll watch the media, I mean, that is the betrayal of the people of Alabama, okay? So here, Alabama enacts most restrictive abortion ban in U.S. Governor Kay Ivey, every life is precious, every life is sacred, gift from God. They can't stand that. They can't stand that. Here is the tweet she put out. Today I signed the law, the Alabama Human Life Protection Act. To the bill's many supporters, this legislation stands as a powerful testament to Alabamians' deeply held belief that every life is precious and that every life is sacred gift from God. And that's from the governor. So I went through the justices yesterday and my actual opinion of which ones will say yes or no to overturning Roe v. Wade. I'm trying to find another one here that I want to pick up. So the media has gone and dug this guy up. He made the comments. Give me number 21. Developing this morning, Alabama governor signs stringent anti-abortion bill. Here's Pat Robinson from CBN, okay, 700 Club. Robinson, this is not the case we want to bring to the Supreme Court. What is Pat Robertson, 92, 94? Hey, Josh, before we take off, let's take a quick break. We're going to go ahead and go to break. Okay, we'll come back to this, but when we return, it's time for Carla's Corner. She's here. We're going to get her in the studio, and then we will come back to this story right here, right after Carla's Corner. Take us a break, Josh.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Better days ahead.
It's always Truck Month at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and that means maximum discounts no other dealer can touch, like over $11,000 off new Silverado crew cabs, or save over $5,500 off new Chevy Colorado. Nobody's got a selection like this, or bigger discounts than Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where it's Truck Month every hour, every day, every month, and where Chevy trucks cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
When I say, I know we're live, but when I say I saw it, I just saw it. I did. I was looking.
Sometimes you could just see things about people.
See, saw,
and you don't,
seen.
It was seen.
I seen it. I saw it. Hi, how are you?
Good.
We're having the discussion of, no, we're not having the discussion, but you know me. See, saw, seen. I just, and I just, if
Sometimes what we were saying is sometimes you can see people, you can visualize their politics.
Exactly.
You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to ask any questions. They don't have to open their mouth. Sometimes you can just visually see it.
Absolutely. Hi, Carla.
Hi.
This is Carla. It's her corner.
So,
we have just a couple minutes here. Got a lot going on today.
It's end of school year, end of everything.
Graduation weekend.
It's
a lot
crazy,
happening.
crazy. And we're approaching Memorial Day weekend. We're approaching end of school year, summer. So many things happening. It's exciting times, busy times.
Okay, so what's up?
So I do want to plug Taste of LJ a week from today. We're getting
Taste
excited.
of LJ, that's downtown on the square.
So I'm going to run through my list of participants that I know about as of this moment. I will even mention those that have committed to doing it, but I have yet not received applications. Just throwing that out there, but I'm going to put everybody in the whole lump. So we have River Street Tavern, Honey Baked Ham. We have Chili Dog. We have Back Porch Bistro. We have La Katrina, Fudge and Company, Shane's. We have Albert's Boiled Peanuts. We have, okay, I thought I could do this from memory. I'm looking over and I'm wondering. I was killing it. I had it. I was going to do it all from memory. Okay, here we go. Abby's Ice Cream and Frozen Yogurt.
Right.
We have Boardwalk Pizza and Pub, Smokehouse Country Grill. We have Chateau Maitri, Carter Cave Vineyards, Cameron Hall of LJ, and Artful LJ. I think that's everybody. I think.
Now, Cameron Hall of LJ.
Oh, and Canterbury verbally committed yesterday. So
okay, but Cameron Hall of LJ.
They are featuring the food that they serve at Cameron Hall. So they're going to have apple caramel cupcakes / muffins.
I have to call Jesse. They make an award-winning chili up there.
Oh, do they?
Yes, I have to call Jesse.
Well, you know, if Jesse,
now I get it.
Jesse was probably smart and looked at the weather and said 80-something degrees. Yeah.
Well, obviously, yeah, you're not going to show up with the chili because that was back in the winter. But I just want to. I mean, they won awards with their chili. So
they have a dedication today. Hold on, let me pull my calendar up. Not today. Sorry, it's Monday.
I was going to say.
Monday at 10 o'clock, they're having a dedication for their outdoor recreation area.
I was invited to something.
That.
Is that what it is?
That, yes.
Okay, so thank you for helping me remember I was invited to something. And I got to remember because it's kind of sad, but I don't get invited to a lot of things.
Okay, we're moving on. There's so many.
Well, I don't. Everybody else here gets invited to stuff.
I invite you to everything.
You don't invite me.
I invited you to Taste of LJ. Yes, I did.
Oh, I got that. You can't keep me from going there. But if it's something,
I can keep you from
right.
going
You can't
there.
stop me. I'll roll right up in the place. Okay. But if it's something that requires a direct invite, I mean, I'm not crying or anything. Mm-hmm. But I don't get invited to little Jimmy's birthday party. I just don't.
I would not invite you to a child's birthday party.
Wouldn't you?
You would give them like a Rush Limbaugh book for their birthday.
Here, kid, here's your pocket constitution.
Exactly.
I put it in a card.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I would not invite you to a children's birthday party.
There you go. So, we have Taste of LJ coming up.
A week from today. And just a reminder, the change in location, the event is going to be held on Broad Street this year, not North Main Street. Broad Street is the street located where the farmers market is held. Those of you that don't know, the farmers market is happening every weekend. So you can go and check out the farmers market every Saturday morning from 8 to 12 right there on the square in LJ.
So, let's not confuse people. Well, actually, let's not confuse me. If anybody else is out there confused, we'll clear it up for them. So let's clear it up for me, see if it works for others. It is still, if you come to the square, you will find it.
Yeah, be right off. It's just like how it was off the square this way, it's going to be off the square that way.
So, where we generally have, like, Apple Arts.
Yes.
That's it?
Yep, that's it.
All right, just get it straight. Right there in front of the courthouse.
Yep. And then not too far after Taste of LJ, we are hosting Bragg Bike Ride Across Georgia. We anticipate having 1,200 to 1,500 riders. It's the 40th anniversary of Bragg. So we plan to have a fun little block party on Saturday, June 1st from 5 to 9. It is welcome to the public. We're going to have some yard games and some fun stuff at the Welcome Center. We'll have music spread out through town. Several of the restaurants are going to have music and activities and things going on. We're hoping the stores will stay open later, but it's going to be...
When can we get the route?
The route is already on the Bike Ride Across Georgia... No, I'm sorry, bragg.org is the website. They have the route. The route starts in LJ and ends in Darien, Georgia.
Yeah, because I tell you what, you want to, I have done this several times, is go set up in different areas and watch them come through.
Yeah.
I like to do that. That's why I like the route.
Well, they'll be heading
I like
out.
I like the starter that come through. I like the when they come right through town. But I like to look at the route and go find different areas and watch them come through.
Well, we're gonna wave them out on Sunday morning. Everybody's invited to come and have signs that say "Bye Bragg," and we're gonna wave them out on as they leave to head out on their journey because LJ is the starting point this year. So
I like to see them start, but I like to look at the route and go to some different places.
And then shortly after that, because we don't have enough going on and many activities and things to do, we have plein air coming up. Gilmer Arts Plein Air, where the artists go out and paint in open air at many locations throughout Gilmer County. There's also different events where you can purchase their artwork, and you can visit gilmerarts.org for more information on that. There's also the plant sales coming up. We have that happening. So there's just lots of events coming up and big things happening in LJ. So I believe the rodeo is in June as well. So lots happening. That's your cue for calendar of events.
That wasn't my cue.
That wasn't your cue.
You don't cue anything here. I don't care. I know you. I know, like, you think that you're just going to come to this show and you're like right at the, you're moving on to bigger and better things, and I want to give you a shot.
I thought I could cue the calendar events, maybe.
No, I do the calendar events.
Oh.
What happens after all these years? You don't realize you do this, and then I say, if you're looking for or you want to have more information on what Carla said today, you can go to, but don't go. I didn't say to go to. All right, we'll do it anyway since we're there.
I cued it.
All right. So if anything that Carla has been talking about this morning as far as what's going on, and you say, hey, I want some more information, you go to GilmerChamber.com. Easy to find there, and you can see up in the corner, calendar of events. Click on that, and you will find all of the categories there of everything happening on the calendar of events. And if you can't find what you're looking for, the phone number is up there, a large number right at the top, 706-635-7400. And then also contact us. You can send them a message, and they'll respond to it. So it's real easy to find everything that's going on in this area on the calendar of events on their website. Also, if you want to stop and visit, if you're coming up 515 out of Atlanta and you're traveling north on the northbound side, you'll see a big green sign there. It says Gilmer Chamber Welcome Center. And you pull in there, big one right there on the we'll call it the 4-lane, out on the 4-lane.
Out on the 4-lane.
All right, well, I want to say this real quick before I move along with that. So where I grew up, and we're going to leave it there, we're not going to answer no questions. But where I grew up, we had a 4-lane. And we have one 4-lane going through the center of everything, and everybody will say...
For those of you that are tuning in, hold on. For those of you that are tuning in, Brian has told us this story multiple times, but you may not have heard it because you haven't stuck with us the last 3 years to hear this story. So he's going to tell the story.
No, again. I'm not telling the whole story. I'm just saying we would always say out on the 4-lane.
Out on the 4-lane.
Didn't you ever say that, out on the 4-lane? I mean, didn't you have just a 4-lane going through town?
I say 515.
Out on the 4. So anyhow, out there on the 4-lane, for some of us that we just had 4-lane. So out there on the 4-lane, I remember when 4-lane came through town. We all talked about it. Here comes 4-lane right through town. There's a Gilmer Welcome Chamber. That's old school. You young kids.
Turn left at the rock and then follow the tree line.
You young whippersnappers have had
a road.
You young whippersnappers never grew up without knowing what a 4-lane is. You're high tech. Anyhow, Information Highway, you've had a 4-lane your whole life. You just ain't missed out on anything. Stop it. Gilmer Chamber, right-hand side. Stop and say hello. Right out there on the 4-lane. Or if you're in downtown LJ at the Square, we have our downtown welcome center for the Gilmer Chamber. Stop in and say hello there. I think we got everything right. Mm-hmm. What else do we have?
I'm good.
Okay, well, we talked about last week. Let's go ahead. in the near future, like 5, 6 days, 10 days, you're transitioning into what?
Executive Director of the Georgia Wine Producers.
Executive Director of the Georgia Wine Producers. Are you excited?
I am.
Are you?
Yep.
We all knew, we talked about it. You know, here's the thing is, we've been talking about you. There's a bunch of us, okay?
I love when people talk about me.
Well, we all been talking about you, okay? And we said that we're not shocked that wine was in your future.
No, nobody is.
Nobody, right?
No.
Nobody's shocked. Hey, listen, I would always say, don't go sell or represent a product that you don't use at home. So, but we're not shocked that wine is in your future.
No, it's
And
exciting.
When does this officially take place?
It's a flowing thing.
Now, the little bracelet you have, is that a wine cork?
Yeah. This was a gift from Whimsy.
Holy mackerel.
It was a gift. I told him I'm wearing cork jewelry now.
Cork jewelry. Folks, we got to go. I'm your host, BKP, and this is Carla in Carla's Corner. You can always find these segments on our YouTube channel, FYN TV. Fetch Your News YouTube channel. Look from the playlist. Go to the playlist and look for Carla's Corner. Share it with your friends. And we're going to take a brief break.
We should do like throwbacks.
You want to do throwbacks?
There should be like throwback episodes. Like bring back some like the first episodes, like the really good ones, like the one we did our pajamas.
Really? We did not do a pajama.
Yeah, we did a pajama episode.
No, we did not.
Yeah, we did. And the one where we colored your hair for Trump.
Okay.
Yeah, there should be some throwback episodes, some best moments from Carla's
There is
Corner.
the one where I was just told, bring the white shirt, the jacket, a red tie, and don't ask no questions,
Yeah,
right?
we dressed you up as Trump.
Yes, I remember that one. Okay, we'll do the throwback. Carla's Corner will work on throwback episodes and clips from the past several years. And look, this is not the last time she's going to come in here. We got things going on. We'll see you right after these messages. Thank you, Carla. Have a wonderful day.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
It's always Truck Month at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and that means maximum discounts no other dealer can touch, like over $11,000 off new Silverado crew cabs, or save over $5,500 off new Chevy Colorado. Nobody's got a selection like this, or bigger discounts than Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where it's Truck Month every hour, every day, every month, and where Chevy trucks cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
All right, folks, we are back. I'm your host, BKP, 907 Thursday morning. It is 60 degrees here in LJ, and the temperature's creeping up, and it's been a little cool in the mornings, all right? And let me just explain, let's see what this comment is. Oh, all right. It's humorous, the hate. I'm sorry, I just look at comments, and it's humorous, the hate that people have. I probably should say in their heart. Wow. I just read a comment where it was very ugly. Not towards me, but just very ugly. Wow. All right, before we get started, did we show everybody how they can contact the show 24/7? Right there you go, 706-889-9700. And there are all the social media ways, and the temperature, obviously, 908. So, folks, before we get into, and so many of you, and I'll just say you could care less, but before we get into... I didn't pull the pictures of our next subject of the morning. You have the Georgia State, if you're out there nationally, you have the Georgia State GOP, okay, convention this weekend in Savannah. Now, sadly, you have Bruce Alvarados. I think that's his name. I don't want to get it wrong. He's a great guy. Bruce is a great guy. I think it's Alvarados or Alvaravos. Outstanding guy. He's running for GOP chair in the state of Georgia. I don't know that he will make it, but the two people running for GOP chair, Scott Johnson, is that his name? I'll make sure I got it right here. Scott Johnson and David Schaefer. David Schaefer is formerly a senator, Senator David Schaefer. And he has been running he ran for Lieutenant Governor of Georgia, and he lost to Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan. So Scott Johnson is Duncan's pick. He is his man he's putting in this weekend, and David Schaefer are going to go at it in Savannah. I do not. I don't think it's a good use of the company's money for hotels and take staff down to do interviews and equipment, and just don't think it's a good use of our money to follow Republicans to Savannah. National conventions, yes, but not the state convention. There'll be enough of the Atlanta media there, and I know enough of the Georgia Republican delegates and the parties to get all of the rumors and the gossip and find out all the votes and who is going to be the next GOP chair of Georgia. It's nasty out there. The sun is not shining on the GOP in Georgia. I got to bring you that bad news. It's not. Sadly, they're eating their own right now. Now, I'm not going to take up for a side or go against the side, but they are eating their own. Okay, I'm radical. I'm radical as hell, right? You know that, okay? I mean, I go places and the first thing somebody will say to me is, what are you here to start trouble about? What the hell? But, okay, fine, I get it. I'm radical as hell. If I'm going after something, I go after it, okay? But, so when I say this, there's a radical side to the Republican Party that is they have such a tunnel vision, okay? The vision is just so narrow that they cannot see. They're like mules that plow with blinders. I'm sorry to call them jackasses. Those are the Democrats. But the old horse, the plow horse that has blinders on, okay? These people will not let the facts get in the way of their agenda. They won't. And it is going to be ugly in Savannah. It's going to be nasty. To me, my prediction is this will be the worst Georgia Republican convention in modern times that I remember, okay? Because there's such a fraction within the party. And I say that fraction is, let me say this. We got on this yesterday, and let me get on it just a little more. By social media and the Atlanta media, and then you go into social media with the tunnel vision, they're not Republicans, the tunnel vision people, they act like that they really discovered something where David Ralston, the Speaker of the House, is concerned. They act like, man, we really discovered something. They've discovered nothing. This is David Ralston. This is his law practice. I'm just going to go back to 2000. We'll call it that. We know. I actually was at the Capitol, I think it was 3 years ago. 3 years ago when Clint Bearden, okay, a partner in Ralston's office, law office, was appointed to Superior Court judge, okay. I was at the appointment. I got pictures of Amanda Messier, former Appalachian Judicial Circuit Superior Court judge, named to appeals court by Nathan Deal. I was there. I remember, was that 4 years ago now? Maybe. I'm not for sure. Somewhere around that, 3.5. I was there. They act like, this is 3 years, they act like, man, we have uncovered something. And then they got Super Derek, okay? And I'd really like to do some graphics with Super Derek. He's a nice enough guy, but don't try to convince me that Jeff Duncan, Lieutenant Governor, Super Derek, Scott Johnson, the other guy, let me say this. I want to pull this up, okay? This is important, okay? This is important. I'll find this. It won't take but a minute. All right? It won't take but a minute. Should be here. Just a second. Okay. Well, maybe I can't find it, but thought I would. I'll find it during the break. There's another name over in that area that, hold on just a second. I might have it here. I was busy reading nasty comments concerning other. All right, here we go. All right, I'll have to look up the email during the break. But as I was saying, there's, it's going to be nasty down there this weekend. You'll never convince me. All of a sudden, there's, Super Derek swoops in. Give me number 16, number 5. I'm sorry, number 5. This is Super Derek, okay, former FBI agent and successful business owner. And Super Derek has swooped in, taken a leave of absence from his business and his family so he could save Georgia from David Ralston. And like we don't catch on. But the interesting thing is I'm watching the social media, and I don't want to bring your names up because, I don't want to go there. You don't need to have your names wrote up. But the people that keep sitting in the room of amazement, like these people found something on David Ralston. Really? Okay. So GOP is going to be nasty. Let's go to number 1. Okay, this is Jim Beck. Let's record this segment. This is Jim Beck. He is your current insurance commissioner. I have been looking at the internet. I don't know if he has resigned. The governor of Georgia, Governor Brian Kemp, has asked for his resignation. So I don't know the details if Jim Beck were to resign, okay? If he would, then the governor would then appoint somebody out of his office, maybe Josh McCoon, former state senator Josh McCoon, which is Beck's chief of staff there in the insurance commissioner's office. Maybe he would be appointed, the insurance commissioner, with a new election maybe a new election coming. So he has been asked. Now this picture, the reason I want to put this picture up, I cropped it out. You can see in the bottom right-hand corner, FYN TV. The Georgia Republican Assembly asked me over in, I think over in Hall County, but I'm not for sure. Kimberly Piles asked me from the Georgia Republican Assembly if I would moderate a debate on this Saturday morning during the Republican primary in the last election. Jim Beck was running at that time. Jim Flores, I think his name, was running. And go to the number 2. Jim Flores there in the center, and Tracy Jordan. Actually, she beat Flores, and she came very close to Beck. Very close. That being said, and that's me, I'm the only one that moderated the debate because people were saying this is a down ballot race. You get down ballot, and who cares? You get insurance commissioner, labor commissioner, you get Board of Education. So down ballot did not get a lot of publicity, but this is a debate. And I walked away and I came here and I told you, there was several investigations going on. We told you here. Now, here's the thing you need to know that I'm going to tell you that I don't think anybody's talking about. Republicans knew Beck was going to be indicted. And that is troublesome to me, okay? And I'll tell you why, all right? Because I'm sitting there with these candidates, and the reason I got this picture up, I listen to these candidates, okay? Now, you may not know me very well, but I'm not being arrogant. When I moderate a debate and you're trying to figure out who to vote for, tune in, okay? We do a very professional debate, but we let the candidates get to rolling, and I insert questions in actually comments they make. Now, there's people out there that will tell you, see, this is the insurance commissioner and fire marshal. A lot of people don't realize that this office is also the state fire marshal, all right? There's someone that is in this office today that is involved with arson investigations. And I'm not going to mention no names. But there's someone in this office today that's involved with arson investigations in the state of Georgia that before this debate with these 3 candidates, I probably spent in about 3 phone calls, 2 hours on the phone with, taking notes, doing research. Okay? Then, just for this hour and a half, I think this debate's an hour and a half, I probably personally have 3 or 4 hours of research, phone calls. I make sure I go through everything. I go through their campaign finance. I do my own research in my debates. So when I sit down with candidates, okay, and I won't sit down with them until I've done an appropriate amount of okay? That being said, now we came back here, and what I'm saying is, I felt good to come back from that debate, not endorse, okay? I'm going to tell you today, Jim Flores, I met him there, okay? I think he's a nice guy. I thought he was way too close to Ralph Hudgens, the former insurance commissioner's office. I think I said to myself that Flores was too close to Ralph Hudgens. Ralph Hudgens, to me, made a mess, a total mess out of the insurance commissioner's office. And anyone that close and close to Blue Cross Blue Shield, I just throw that out there or whatever, in campaign finance probably shouldn't be the next insurance commissioner. So Jay Flores is a very nice guy. I really enjoyed him. If you listen to the debate, he's very knowledgeable. But I did not think he was the person to turn the insurance commissioner's office around. After this debate, I felt very sure that Jim Beck was not. After this debate, I came back and I started researching and I made some phone calls, and I was very clear. Now, I'm not endorsing. I'm just saying when I'm looking at candidates, I was like, I don't see where this guy is the guy for the job. Now, what Jim Beck, the Christian Coalition, or whatever, the support that he got from the evangelical community, and Jim Beck can tell a good joke. I'm serious as me. You can tell a good joke, okay? You know, and I went to probably 10 things during the campaign that he was there, and he would, when he got his 15 minutes to talk, he told jokes. He was like he's doing stand-up on the Tonight Show. No joke. He would tell jokes like he's doing stand-up. And I really walked away not knowing what he would do as insurance commissioner. After this right here and some research, I just knew he wasn't the guy for the job. Now, not endorsing, I then spent a lot of time interviews on this show with Tracy Jordan. She's never run for office. A bright lady, very bright lady in this debate. I had her on the show several times, and I really felt out of the three, the individual that was going to go to the insurance commissioner's office and really get things turned around would possibly be Tracy Jordan. Now, that being said, there's two things in this that I want this recorded for a reason and sent out. Republicans knew. Now, when I say Republicans knew, Brian Kemp was busy trying to become the next governor of Georgia. Jeff Duncan was busy trying to be nasty, run the dirtiest, despicable campaign in Georgia recent history, trying to become and be as dirty and backstabbing as he could be to become the next lieutenant governor of Georgia. So not a lot was put into this. But there's two things you got to take away. Obviously, with the indictments, he doesn't need to be insurance commissioner. But as of 5/15/2019, yesterday, on this day when it was the Republican primary, do you know how many Republicans knew this investigation was going on? Do you know how many Republicans around the state were whispering? I'm talking already elected officials, representatives, senators, people in the governor's office. You think Nathan Deal didn't know? Do you know how many Republicans knew this investigation was happening? Do you know how many Republicans knew in the general election this was happening? And it didn't get out like it should have? Oh, they knew all along he was going to be indicted. Two things. We elected an insurance commissioner that everybody on the, when I say everybody knew he was going to be indicted. I told you here. We talked about it here. Okay? But no, he got elected. And second, I told you right here on this show, I got the video. I came to you and I said, Georgia voters, the insurance commissioner slash fire marshal of the state of Georgia is very important, and it's a mess. It is a total mess. It was a disaster, okay? And Jim Beck was not the guy to turn it around. Josh, do you have that video? Now, this is not actually, let me go to two things, all right? I'm going to give you two numbers, Josh, and then I'm going to tell you, I want to do 16 minutes and 15 seconds in. Write that down. I'm not ready to do it yet. 16 minutes and 15 seconds in. 52 minutes and 43 seconds in. Okay? Now, hold on to that. Now, you will have to do, sorry to put it this way, your own reading on this, okay? But let's just use this one. There's a lot of them out there. Let me double check, make sure Jim, all you got to do is put in Jim Beck. Let me just make sure that he hasn't resigned and we haven't got it. No, we have the letter. We have the letter when basically Brian Kemp says, get your ass out of the office. Kemp asks insurance commissioner, blah, blah, blah. Kemp calls for indicted insurance commissioner to resign. Georgia Christian Wright had a bad week. Okay, Georgia insurance commissioner indicted on fraud. So we don't see where he is actually picked up, okay? his briefcase, put his pictures in there off the desk, and left. So we'll go back to the Gwinnett Daily Post. Georgia Insurance Commissioner Jim Beck, go ahead and put up, yeah, leave that one there. Jim Beck indicted, surrenders to FBI, okay? A federal grand jury has indicted Georgia Insurance and Fire Safety Commissioner Jim Beck on multiple counts of wire and mail fraud and money laundering. He surrendered to the Federal Bureau of Investigations on Wednesday morning. Now, I keep thinking if the FBI could do the college enrollment scandal, if they could get Jim Beck, I'm for sure we got some areas in, sorry about that, I'm for sure we got some areas in the FBI where we can get some people there in D.C. Beck is accused of stealing more $2 million from Swanee-based, okay, Georgia Underwriters Association, okay, while he worked for the association for 5 years before becoming elected as the insurance commissioner in November. The indictment against Beck, who took office earlier this year, includes 38 counts. There are 12 counts of wire fraud, 12 counts of mail fraud, and 14 counts of money laundering. And this is why, while he was with the Georgia Underwriters Association. Now, one of the reasons that the governor has asked Beck to resign is because the insurance commissioner has to work with the Georgia Underwriters Association, which would not be appropriate, obviously, and he cannot do that. So there's no way he can actually do his job. So let's go just for a second. We're just going to play two small areas in the debate that day. Let's go to the first one on 16 minutes in 15 seconds.
Brian, that the budget hasn't been keeping up with pace. There's a special fraud fund that was created for one particular purpose, and that was to combat insurance fraud. That fraud fund, the last time I looked, constituted about 5% of the headcount and about 3% of the payroll. But it serves, that money is dipped into to cover 52% of the operating budget. 52%. So it'd be no different if you and I had a hot dog and an ice cream shop together.
All right, what Beck's talking about there is there's a fraud fund at the insurance commissioners on the budget, okay, that Ralph Hudgens was using the fraud fund for different things. We'll leave it there, for different things, and it was not going to investigations. The state insurance commissioner's office needs more money in the fraud fund to investigate fraud, insurance fraud. But what I thought was interesting, at the time I'm sitting there with this guy and he's running for office and he's talking about the fraud fund, he knows all along that he's being investigated. Now, these are accusations, not accusations, these are indictments. He's not been convicted. But the FBI was ready to hand these indictments down, okay? And what I like here, and I say it this way, what I like here is they were not and are not afraid of an elected official. They were not being, obviously, the tense when he was a Republican candidate for insurance commission. They didn't spill the beans, but everybody knew it, right? But they were not afraid of him then to do the investigation. And now that he is an elected official, I'm not going to just say because he's a Republican, they are not afraid to indict him and move forward, which I like that because I hope our Attorney General Barr does exactly what he says he's going to do with no fear of repercussions outside the Clintons. That's a scary thought. Now, let's go to the second. Now, before we get there, let me make this quick. Remember, the Georgia Underwriters Association. Let's go to the second clip in the video of the primary in the debate that Saturday morning.
Yes. Well, I'll address that. So the insurance industry is funding Jim Beck's campaign. He was a lobbyist for Nationwide Insurance Company for a dozen years. We are talking about this file and use law. Let's be clear, in 2008, when that file and use law passed, the one that has taken away from the insurance commissioner the ability to roll back rates that are excessive, Jim Beck was their lobbyist. Jim Beck worked for the Georgia Underwriting Association. It's a state-created insurance company with insurance company CEOs on its board. They charge the highest rates in the state for homeowners insurance. He ran that organization. He received bonuses when the company did well. The insurance industry is funding his campaign because that's all his money has come from, is big insurance companies.
Well, that's just not true.
Okay,
No,
go right ahead. Go right ahead.
First of all, that's just not true. Secondly, let me say this about the Georgia Underwriting Association. Our bylaws say we will charge more because you're only supposed to come to Georgia Underwriting if you can go nowhere else. So they're not charging. We're charging more, yes, because we don't want to become citizens in Florida, where it got so big that the legislature had to get together and issue bonds to bail it out at the end of the day. Let me say this. There are two parts of the law. There's the law and there's the implementation of the law. The 2008 law has not been implemented since Commissioner Huggins came into power properly. All you have to do is object. You know what they have to do if they object to your objection? Sue you in full conspiracy court. You know what the odds of an insurance company prevailing in a case like that? Minimal. We haven't said no to anything that I can do anything.
Now, I know that's crude audio on that morning. We didn't have we just were doing a shotgun mic off the camera. But Jay Flores points out in that debate that morning, Bex is involved with the creation of the Georgia Underwriters Association, okay? And the Georgia Underwriters Association is actually Georgia's own kind of insurance company. I think it's when you're high risk. I'm not 100%. I don't want to quote something that's not accurate. But the law and the expectations of the law, but Flores brings it up. And, Beck says, let me tell you something about the Georgia Underwriters Association. Beck is indicted today, okay, surrounding $22 million from the Georgia Underwriters Association at his time there, 12 counts of wire fraud, 12 counts of mail fraud, and 14 counts of money laundering. Georgia Underwriters Association. So what happens? Does he resign? If he resigns, does the governor appoint? Now, my opinion, if he does, the chief of staff in there is former State Senator Josh McCoon, and I would like to see him appointed the insurance commissioner if I had my way. But does the governor appoint, and do we have a special election for a new insurance commissioner? And maybe if we do, the sad part is the Democrats will pay attention. And maybe the sad part is the Democrats will say Republicans knew all along. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a little break. We'll be right back. Let's talk about Attorney General Barr, Iran. Let's talk about the abortion law, new law signed into law in Alabama. We got a lot to talk about. Oh, Pennsylvania, Trump, don't even try it. Take us to break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, Stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
It's always Truck Month at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and that means maximum discounts no other dealer can touch, like over $11,000 off new Silverado crew cabs, or save over $5,500 off new Chevy Colorado. Nobody's got a selection like this, or bigger discounts than Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where it's Truck Month every hour, every day, every month, and where Chevy trucks cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Elijah next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Elijah next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Elijah, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP, doing a little research here. Want to make sure I'm on target, trying to find the rally. Let's go here, number 4, okay? Number 4 is the Biden national polling. Biden up 29%, plus 5. Now, this morning, as I said, they spent a good... Let's go to number 7. Biden trounces Trump in PA. Poll shows Quinnipiac. Poll shows Joe Biden 53%, Trump 42% in Pennsylvania. Okay, and let's run through here. Let me show the polling in Pennsylvania. Pull up number 13. Okay, Pennsylvania 2020 general election. All right. So it's in Pennsylvania, Joe Biden 53-42. Now, let me say this. It's obvious the Democrats feel, and they have stacked it, okay? Don't, Elizabeth Warren, you don't stand a chance, okay? Kirsten Gillibrand, you don't stand a chance. Democrats feel this is what's got to flip. If they can flip PA, they'll flip Michigan, they'll flip Wisconsin, and hold Minnesota. This is what has to flip. Okay? There's a reason why just about an hour ago, there's several websites this is on. Just an hour ago, Fox News is reporting Biden campaign setting up headquarters, where else? Philadelphia. Okay? Joe Biden will base... All right, let me make sure I get my volume off so I don't have... Joe Biden will base his presidential campaign headquarters in Philadelphia, as the team announced Thursday. The move, which came as no surprise, is the latest signal that the former vice president and current clear frontrunner in the race for Democrat presidential nomination is focused on winning the crucial battleground state of Pennsylvania and what he hopes will be a 2020 general election showdown against him and Trump. Okay, the announcement came just 2 days before Biden holds what's being billed as a campaign kickoff rally in downtown Pennsylvania. Okay, the former vice president also chose Pennsylvania as a location for his first campaign event. All right. That being said, let me see if it's down through here also. All right. While he's in PA, it may not be in this article. I didn't see it earlier. So Biden is going to put his campaign in Philadelphia. Why? So Democrats can watch those machines. Why is the campaign going to Philadelphia? Now, I will tell you this. There's a tinge of arrogance that sometimes that comes across, and I'm sorry, but I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Why is Biden the front runner? because Obama won Pennsylvania twice, took it away from McCain, took it away from Mitt Romney. Pennsylvania was Republican fool's gold. It made a fool out of the Democrats when it went for Trump. And here's the thing. Remember, in the city of Philadelphia, you can Google this and see where I may be correct. In the city of Philadelphia, they kicked on the machines. And they didn't get one vote for Mitt Romney. Somehow, some way, Mitt Romney came away that night against Barack Hussein Obama, okay, in the 2012 campaign, with not one vote cast accidentally for him in the city of Philadelphia. Now, the problem last year, you remember it took like 2:30 in the morning, or in 2016, may I say, you remember it took like 2:30 in the morning for them to call Pennsylvania. And some of you out there listening know that I knew Pennsylvania was in the bag at midnight. We had to wait 2 hours. Why? Because the numbers had already come in from Philadelphia. And in Philadelphia, Trump had enough votes. Now, he did not do amazingly, wasn't an amazing night in Philadelphia, but Trump had enough votes in Philadelphia that the center of the state was a lock, and they knew they had enough in Philadelphia that Hillary could not overcome. So guess what the Democrats are doing? One, Biden kicked off his campaign in Pittsburgh, right? Biden is putting his office in Philadelphia. You damn sure don't want them machines kick on Trump have any votes. He's going to have some people right there, okay? They're showing PA love. Now, I don't know if this is, when I say this is correct, put up Loudoun County. I think that's the name of it. Put up the last picture I just sent you. So this, where it's marked red, I think this is called Loudoun or Ladue County, I don't know, in Pennsylvania. This is out there where State College, Penn State, and this is where Trump will be holding a rally on May 20th. Today's the 16th, on May 20th, okay? President Trump next week will stage a rally in Pennsylvania, a state crucial to his reelection, all right? It was announced Monday, all right? May 20th, the rally will take place in the town of Montoursville in northeast PA, where Trump's strong performance. Now, we're going to see how far and how many people will drive for this rally. There's going to be amazing. But Vice President Joe Biden, and this is from The Hill, okay, and let me make sure I got the date here, 5/13/19, 3 days ago, okay, 5/13/19. This was posted. And let me get to former Vice President Joe Biden, a native of nearby Scranton, is also making a strong play for Pennsylvania, holding his kickoff rally in the Union stronghold of Pittsburgh, which we know that. Biden is expected to hold a rally 90 miles away in Bethlehem, PA, 2 days before Trump's appearance. Let's see. That's what it says in Bethlehem, PA. Where is Bethlehem, PA? Why, that happens to be in Northampton County, Pennsylvania. Where is Bethlehem, PA? That happens to be where Fox News held a Bernie Sanders town hall. Remember? That happens to be in a county 90 miles north or 60 miles north of Philadelphia, in what's called the Lehigh Valley, where Northampton County was a major flip for Donald J. Trump. Northampton County went for Barack Obama twice. Northampton County hasn't voted Republican in a long time. But I must disclose, My sister is the Republican chair of the Northampton County Republican Party, GOP there, and she and the volunteers, but she led the way in flipping Northampton County for Donald Trump. They want that county back. They don't want the machines to come on in Philadelphia with some votes. And they only want Donald Trump to get the center of the state. If Donald Trump could just get only the center of the state, which they have no respect for, and they can get the Northampton County, the Lehigh Valley, the Bucks County, the Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, and around Allegheny County, they think they can bring back Pennsylvania to the Democrats. Now that's where abortion comes in. Don't let them fool you, okay? The media will lie to you. I've got to get off of this subject. Pennsylvania is still a very pro-life state. Absolutely. Okay? Pennsylvania is a very pro-life state. Bob Casey Jr. had no choice. Okay? Let me do this. Bob, CaseyjrPro. Let's see what comes up. Okay. I already knew this, okay, but I wanted to pull it up. Don't let them fool you on the abortion law. This is a very pro-life state. Bob Casey Sr., Democrat governor, 2 or 3 terms. I don't know, a very popular Democrat governor in Pennsylvania, Bob Casey Sr., okay? The last true pro-life Democrat in the United States came from Pennsylvania. I'm connecting some dots that the media won't help you with. Don't forget, the governor of Pennsylvania, Bob Casey Sr., right, was pulled off the list of speakers for the Bill Clinton convention up there in New York. Was in New York. It was the very first term for Clinton. The DNC convention. When was that? Back early, somewhere in the 90s. That DNC convention, Bob Casey Sr., governor of Pennsylvania, the Casey versus Planned Parenthood, yes, is a landmark case in breaking down abortion right here in this state. And they still elected him in this state after that, okay, Supreme Court hearing. But the Democrat National Committee did not let him speak on stage. And they pulled him. Democrat governor. Now, let's fast forward to Bob Casey Jr. Okay? He is a liberal senator. He is a U.S. senator from Pennsylvania. He's a liberal whack job. He's crazy as hell. But what does he know about his state? It's pro-life. So I just pulled this article. There's several out there. And this is from Politico. Obviously, they're no conservative front-runner, right? And this is from 2018, 7/2/2018. The truth behind Bob Casey's pro-life stand. With the Supreme Court nomination and the re-election fight looming, the Pennsylvania senator's voting record draws scrutiny. Senator Bob Casey calls himself a pro-life Democrat, but his voting record paints a different picture. After a decade in the Senate, Casey has become an increasingly reliable vote in support of abortion rights. All right? But all of which may complicate. Now listen to this, okay? Americans tally anti-abortion groups, and view him unlikely to support Donald Trump, nominee, voice Roe v. Wade, all of which may complicate Casey's re-election battle, forcing him to defend his voting record in a heavily Catholic Pennsylvania as he attempts to hold off a challenger from Lou Bartoletta. Okay? So, when you start looking at Bob Casey, okay, and his abortion stance, but he says, all right, he says he's pro-life. Why? Because, all right? Let me see something here. Okay, I got to have one. Casey voted for something. I'll bring it up tomorrow. The point is the media is going to tell you that the abortion laws that are, and let me get the states, okay? Now, obviously, they don't have the heartbeat bill. Josh, there's a lot of stuff I wasn't able to get to today, but give me number 19. Okay. Developing this morning, Alabama governor signs strengthened abortion bill. Now, the reason Pennsylvania is not highlighted here is it's been years ago, but they led the way, Pennsylvania did, in breaking down Roe v. Wade and trying to challenge it early on. North Carolina, if it's yellow, it's pending restrictions. North Carolina, Louisiana, Missouri. Missouri will probably vote on a bill and sign one. Wisconsin and Michigan. Now, this is a serious subject in these states. That's Wisconsin and Michigan. Now, restrictions that have been signed. Remember, don't let the media lie to you. You vote for your state legislators. And if your state legislators are majority Republican, you send them there. So look at the restrictions, the states with restrictions now. North Dakota, South Dakota, Utah, Arkansas, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Michigan, and Wisconsin. There's some pending legislation. Don't let them fool you in Pennsylvania. The abortion issue is not a problem in Pennsylvania as you would think as far as restrictions are concerned. Very pro-life. Very pro-life. Even Bob Casey Jr. goes around and lies and says he's pro-life in PA. I'm your host, BKP. We will be back tomorrow morning, but this time we're going to be over at Sycamore Crossing. Don't miss us. First thing, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Take us out of here, Josh.